welcome to TUT News. I'm Franz Nossi.
And I'm Sandra Bote.
Let's have a look at today's headlines.
In the headlines, cable theft affects banking services. Road safety a worry for many in Soshanguve. The new season of the SAB League gets underway.
Cable theft continues to pose a threat to South African business, with one of the victims being Absa Bank, which had to be closed temporarily. Siporamaru reports.
Cable theft remained to be one of the biggest problems in the country. Seems like Izinyoka continued to make profit out of aluminium cables. A local Absa branch was forced to close down for almost 2 weeks due to stolen network cables. All systems are not operating at the moment, and none of the ATMs is working also.
Transaction offline so feel it's not alright and then I got in about 2 weeks.
This incident happened last Sunday evening. It was only realized Monday morning what had happened the night before. People complain about the local boss swaying around at the station and smoke illegal substances, dragging them to be a problem to the community.
Yeah, well, this cable's been stolen. It's actually a big mess. It's like one of the only banks around here. And these cables are probably stolen by these youngsters smoking this Nyaupi. Yeah, mainly in this area.
Due to stolen network cables, the ATMs are not working. This incident happened at the Absa Bank. Seems like people are not happy about this. The Izinyoka thieves will not stop now. I'm Siporamaru, TUT News, Social Media.
Affirmative Action's initial aim was meant to uplift previously disadvantaged individuals, but loopholes from the constitutional policy have started showing. This led to members of the white community raising concerns about the policy. Brian Gobeze reports.
Even though it has beautiful infrastructure and a stable economy, South Africa comes from a very dreadful past, a past of racial segregation known to many as apartheid. After the first democratic votes in 1994, affirmative action was introduced to empower previously disadvantaged individuals. However, this clause was not seen as easy to swallow within certain white communities.
Apartheid regime was the same. There I stand on a point by saying yes, no matter what the person's qualifications is, if he qualifies for it, he can get it. No matter if it's white with white.
Blacks were disadvantaged previously, of course, but the changing of that will also mean that we have to go back. Blacks would have to be disadvantaged again, so I totally disagree.
Despite differences of opinion, affirmative action is constitutional. Mr. Van Wyk, director at Kutlwanong Democracy Center, explains.
The Constitution protects the rights of everyone in South Africa, whether you are black or white, whether you are a South African citizen or an immigrant or a refugee. The Constitution and the Bill of Rights in the Constitution protects the rights of everybody. Now, in the Bill of Rights, one of the most important rights is the right to equality, and that nobody can be discriminated against unfairly.
Action serves as a bitter truth in the mouths of the majority of white people in South Africa, with political parties such as VF Plus calling for the re-amendment of the Constitution. Questions on whether it is time for the creation of the affirmative action rule still remain. Brian Gobese, TUT News, Pretoria.
Soshanguve roads have become nothing less than a death trap. Hundreds of fatal accidents have been reported on this route. Tundani Takalani has more.
Soshanguve roads rob hundreds of families of their loved ones every year. Official reports from Soshanguve police station show that there has been a significant increase in the number of accidents that have occurred between 2011 and 2012. Shocking as it is, it's just a minor reflection of the problem. In just a month, more than 1,200 road fatalities were reported nationwide.
Between the 1st December 2012 and the 8th January 2013, 1,221 fatal accidents were recorded nationwide.
Amongst other reasons, pedestrians feel drivers are the ones at fault by driving whilst under the influence. As a result, they don't feel safe while crossing the roads.
The roads are safe, because
that's why they extend too much, and then Abasa concentrate.
Hundreds of people lose their lives on these roads every year, and although officials are adamant that they are doing their best to ensure safety on these roads, the accidents are only increasing. Road accidents remain one of the main causes of deaths in South Africa, as thousands are killed each year. Tondani Takalani, TUT News, Soshanguve.
Patco bus passengers must brace themselves for another increase in bus fare. Prices are set to increase by R1, which means commuters will be expected to pay R7.50 for a single trip from the 1st of April. Njabulo Zikalala reports.
Patco prices are going up again. That's from the 1st of April 2013. On the other hand, passengers are still complaining about the services that they are receiving. Buses stuck on the road more often, or sometimes they don't even show up at all. Even though passengers complain to Patco's helpline, it makes no difference because calling the helpline is expensive and nothing is done to solve the problem.
No, transport and a busy April, every April the busy and I hear more shelter. The busy are shorter, the busy are the umbrella come busy.
The passengers have been complaining for years about Patco's poor service, and their complaints usually fall on deaf ears. Last year, 70 Patco buses were not roadworthy according to the Metro Police. Many accidents involving Patco buses have occurred, and the Transport Department of Gauteng is failing to make sure that all the buses are in good condition. Jabulo Zigalala, TT News, Mabubani.
Please stay tuned. We'll be back after the break.
Mr. Forst, you don't choose a broker for your car insurance, do you? Well, with us, life insurance is just as easy. Let me take you through it step by step. Yes, I am fully qualified.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Mrs. Masuko. Your husband was well covered. We'll finalize the claim as soon as possible. Just leave it to me.
For car, home, business, and life insurance, at Outsurance, we'll bend over backwards for you.
Lots of dogs, they're not refined. Look at him, sis.
Hey, I can smell you from here. Take a bath.
But I'm not like them. Puh. Since my man got the stylish Corolla, I've become far more sophisticated. No more silly dog stuff like licking my self or chasing my tail. And...
Welcome back. Many South Africans who are convicted of drug smuggling in foreign countries continue to serve time in cruel conditions. This is due to the prisoner transfer agreement that South Africa is not part of. Carol Smith has more.
Desperate and unsuspecting South Africans are lured into smuggling drugs to foreign countries.
such as Thailand and Brazil, where if caught, the sentences are long and the conditions are harsh, such as the recent cases of Banda, Nolubabalo, and Alex Krabs.
In terms of how they are treated, there is no money spent in this area, so lots of prisoners are crammed into terrible conditions. The level of disease in our prisons is high, diseases that should have been eradicated, like TB. We have prisoners dying every day in our jails. This state of affairs, let me put it this way, it's a laboratory generating all the animal problems. These are weapons seized inside the prison.
South Africa is one of only 2 countries in the world, the other being Ghana, who don't have the prisoner transfer agreement. It's an agreement between countries where incarcerated citizens can be deported to serve time in their respective countries. Many have rallied for this agreement to be signed in South Africa.
The Locked Up organization has been what started for the main reason of lobbying the government to sign a prisoner transfer agreement with foreign countries. I honestly believe that there is absolutely nothing that is stopping our government from signing a prisoner transfer agreement.
While it is not certain when South Africa will sign the prisoner transfer agreement, people like Banda and Babalo remain in the gruesome conditions of foreign prisons. For TUT News, my name is Carol Smith.
South African National Blood Services prepares itself for the shortage of blood ahead of the Easter holidays. Sandra Obote explains.
Blood donation is viewed as a very noble thing for one to do. And with just a few weeks to go before the busy Easter holiday, the South African National Blood Service held a blood donation drive at TT Soshanguve campus. Although the team refused to speak to us, Dr. Paul of the school's Health and Wellness Center explains the importance of this drive.
We have an agreement with South African Blood Services that every second month, alternative second month, they will be coming in for blood. The reason is the need. We must understand the need for blood in South Africa. Because we don't have enough blood in the bank. So if you do it, you are doing it for another person.
I donated blood because I saw there was a need for me to donate blood since we are exposed into too many accidents where our family members, our friends and our sisters lose a lot of blood by being our assistants donating blood and doing that.
Cecilia of the school's Health and Wellness Center also encouraged people to donate blood.
Please guys, come and donate. As the Easter holidays are coming, we urge you to come and donate and help those who are in accident. Thank you.
Sandra Bote, TUT News, Soshanguve. Students of Tshwane University of Technology have been left without a roof to hide their head as the university's resident management is still processing application. In the meantime, students are forced to resort to alternative accommodation. Lerato Sambo has more.
Block H in Soshanguve is where some of the students of Tshwane University of Technology have been given a place to stay. Pastor Ndlovu is also not happy about the situation.
As a parent, kids are coming from a very long distance. Some are coming from KZN, some are coming from Swaziland, some are coming from the deep northwest. I cannot afford to look at children lingering around the street with all the vultures that are available. TUT management is not doing enough. In the first place, they've got resources available. They are slow in their processes. They lock the kids outside. Some of them, they behave as if they never had kids at all.
The students also express how they feel about the situation that they are faced with.
Newcastle.
We got a chance to talk to one of the residential managers of the Tshwane University of Technology, Pat Babusei.
I'm not aware about the situation that is outside the campus, that TUT students are based in one of the churches. It's news to me.
The accommodation issue of the Tshwane University of Technology, which has been going on for years, is still being experienced up to date. It is under this church and the Pastor Ndlovu that some of the students hide their heads. Lerato Sambo, TT News, Soshanguve Block H.
Tshwane University of Technology held a health and wellness campaign aimed at informing students about the importance of living healthy lifestyles. Zandile Tanda reports.
The Tshwane University of Technology's Health and Wellness Campaign was initially founded as an act to assist govern student daily issues, developing a more interactive platform between the university and its student regarding health and personal related problems.
You empower students with a lot of information about HIV, TB, relationships, all the related issues that affect students directly, studying as well, and give them that power to share with their students. And in the instance where the students themselves cannot actually perform these duties or these issues well, or cannot deal with them well, they can actually talk to a educator like myself, any of them that you see behind us.
Students are encouraged to voluntarily register their variety of needs. This is a unique form of an overall checkup.
Well, I found it important to give another person my blood because I think that they need them more than I do. And last year I found out that I had an eye problem, which was really serious. So I couldn't have done it or found it somewhere else. But then the campaign being here, it was okay. And I think that they should just do it every year because some people have got problems and they can be really solved.
Benefit them in terms of their health. Because people come here, some they don't know their health. We actually screen them in terms of a lot of health issues like blood pressure, hemoglobin.
These on-campus health facilities have brought attention and strength in numbers to students to ensure better healthy living lifestyles. Zandile Tanda, TUT News, Pretoria.
Tshwane University of Technology took a step to make sure that their first-year students were well received. A gala dinner was hosted by the residence management to welcome them. Sipora Maru has more.
TCE1 residents at Tshwane University of Technology took a step to create a companionship between the first years, their seniors, and the rest committee. A gala evening was held Thursday night when the first years were received in warm hands by the TUT mentors.
Education is one thing that no one can take it away from you, but a house can fall down anytime soon. My mom can fall down anytime soon. Everything can vanish. Education, no one can take it away from you.
Mentors made their intentions clear of what they stand out to be and what they represent. Motivational speakers also encouraged the first years to do well academically and also have self-discipline while staying at rest.
I can never actually stress how much gratitude we have for all the people that have availed themselves here tonight.
We are as academic mentors, we introduce ourselves during the event. So which means that whenever they have an academic problem, they will consult us.
The orientation is meant to inform you of different departments, different people that are there to help you in the university. So if you don't know anything, ask. And definitely the university has hired people specifically to help you as a young person, as a first year student or as a TUT student.
TCE1 Gala Annual Event. This is an event that is organized by the TCE1 management to create a good interactive relationship between the seniors and the juniors. Siporamaru, TUT News, Social Media.
More news after the break.
He just dribbles it. Oh, check, it's Jennifer. Nice. Not as nice as Miss Loveday.
Isn't it nice, Miss Loveday?
Oh, nice. I wouldn't mind getting in the kitchen with Nigella.
Oh, older woman thing is nice, eh? Your mom's quite nice. Yeah.
Oh, some things you shouldn't share. Some things you should. The KFC Variety Bucket. A handy bucket full of everyone's favorite original recipe chicken, hot and spicy wings, and pops.
Oh,
Zizulicious. Silly fish and chips I got shaba today.
There is a lot of good food here. It is from the Fish and Chip Company. Nibaningi like her. At only 25 land. Even Plavin will approve this.
It's up, get Shaba's egg and chips from the Fish and Chip Company. Hot and uncuttable for only 25 French.
You should have been here earlier. The DJ was on fire.
Savannah, it's dry, but you can drink it.
Mungana Lonene FM celebrated with the residents of Soshanguve Block H. The station's birthday month celebration were joined by artists from Guyana and Soweto. Khotato Patadira reports.
Nganelonene FM was joined together with the residents of Soshanguve Block H to come and celebrate a huge 48 years of Radio Tsonga and dedicated listenership. We spoke to some of the residents just to find out what the event means to them and what it's like being a part of Radio Tsonga. We also spoke to Ms. Mashaba, who has been working from Nganelonene FM for over 20 years and found out what this day means to the station as a whole.
Radio Tsonga ifikile ya Nganelonene eSoshanguve ile ku enjoyeni ile ku tsakeni ile ku cineni e ba munkulungwane ri hoyo.
It was a day full of joyous festivities and dancing in celebration of the birthday month of Radio Tsonga. The event not only celebrated the birthday month but also embraces the Tsonga language as a whole. With your TUT News, I'm Khotato Patadira, reporting live Soshanguve Block H.
Soshanguve FM celebrated their birthday by giving back to their community. Various entertainers were present at the event. Siporamaru explains.
Soshanguve Community Radio Station was turning 17 years this Saturday. They were celebrating with the community that has always been there since the early stages of the station. This was a way of giving back, hence they had prizes to give away, just to show appreciation to the people of Soshanguve and Mabopani. PNP was one of the sponsors of this event.
What is inspired us to sponsor this event for today? We are trying to give the community
The community of Soshanguve and Mabopane came in numbers to support the event and celebrate with the People's Station.
What you call it?
I benefit a lot from it.
17 years later, and Soshanguve FM is still going strong. Today we're here at Mabopane Station to celebrate their 17th birthday with the community of Soshanguve and Mabopane. Siporamaru, Soshanguve.
Now we cross over to our sports news with Fanisile Nkuna.
Thank you, Sandra. Soshanguve District 13 high schools took initiative to encourage athletes at a young age. The aim is to ensure that South Africa has athletes who perform at an international level. Vincent Msimango reports.
For a nation to have world-class athletes, talent has to be discovered while still fresh in young school children. This is exactly why Soshanguve District 15 schools assembled at Giant Stadium. The young bloods stepped up to the challenge as Ezekiel Matonsi won 5,000 meters under 19.
Performance because especially 5,000 it was kind of hard.
However, some participants were not happy with the selection process. The PRO, David Molik, explains about the event.
Yeah, we have 13 schools participating. Only one high school did not participate. The aim is to make these athletes compete at national level. So as we know that they first compete at cluster level. From cluster level, they go to the district, and from the district to the province, and finally to the nationals.
Soshanguve District 15 learners participated in what has been a physical but great day. Some won, some lost, some got muzzle pulls, but all this was part of a great event hosted here in Giant Stadium. Vincent Simango, TUT News, Soshanguve.
The new season of the SAB League is underway, and it saw Soshanguve All-Stars take on TUT Supersport FC with the game ending on a 2-0 draw. On the first match of the SAB League, Soshanguve All-Stars took on TUT Supersport FC on Saturday at Giant Stadium. Both teams played an equally attacking game, blocking goals from all sides of the field. After several attempts of the teams trying to see the back of the net, TUT's Katlego Khajo's goal became the first for the match. The match ended on a 2-0 draw with goals from the likes of Katlego Khajo. Soshanguve coach said the game did not go according to plan as prepared.
Yeah, according to the game didn't go according to my plan. At least second half they did what I want, but first half they get lost. So but at least I'm happy because we played it, we were able to go with a point at home.
TUT's coach said that the challenge that might have led to the draw was that his team includes varsity students who at times have to miss practice because of classes.
Game, but they end up coming back into a draw of 2-2, and I think one of the biggest challenges that we are having currently is that as from the university side is that we have students, and time frame of training sessions and stuff becomes difficult.
After 90 minutes of sweat, the match ended on a 2-0 draw for both teams. TUT News, Giant Stadium, Soshanguve. The Zenzele Wrestling Club in Soshanguve is grooming the youth in hopes that they will become future professional wrestlers. David Tloele has more.
Zenzele Wrestling Club was formed in 2007 with aim of stopping children from practicing unsafe wrestling using a unique method. It trains children of Soshanguve to play a wrestling that is not destructive and that can be viewed as a career. The manager explains further.
Wrestling at WWE ke di highly professionals, and then bana ba nyaka go tshameka wrestling and ba bethana ka ditafula tsa nnete tsa dikota tsa ding, and then re bona hore ko WWE ba bethana ka ditafula tsa aluminium or tsa fiber glass, and bana ba rena ba bethana ka tsa nnete. So re try go cancela wrestling ela ya WWE, re ba bontshe wrestling ya sports because that one is an entertainment.
In less than 2 years of its existence, Zenzele managed to achieve many things. Among others, it qualified and played at the National Olympics and have produced one player who played overseas representing South Africa.
In 2008, we managed to already the tournament in Cape Town. At 2010, we managed to rent a young Germany. So far, we managed to win the national the gold medal. South Africa.
Behind these young and dedicated upcoming champions, there is a man who fuels the love of this game in their hearts. Zenzele Wrestling Club coach Thabiso Molema sees future in his players.
If they can continue with the commitment that they have in the next coming 4 years, I see we producing a African champions, we produce Olympic medalists. The future is bright.
Zanzala is invited to play at the opening of UP Wrestling Club. Kyle Oratile, TUT News, Pretoria Hatfield.
And that is it for the sports section. It's back to you, France.
Thank you very much, Fanisile Nkuna. Auditions were held for local members who wish to participate in this year's National Art Festival, which will take place in Grahamstown this July. Sipho Ramaru has more.
Arts and culture is one of the aspects that our country embrace and use to express ourselves. Auditions were held at the Old Mutual Student Center for the National Arts Festival that will take place in Grahamstown.
Notices on around the campus, that's why I came to audition. We're auditioning for National Arts Festival. Jam is going to participate in the National Arts Festival.
Drama, acting and singing were the elements of these auditions. Youth clubs from different parts of Soshanguve came to showcase their talents.
Drama Society is basically a cultural code that is under student life and governance. What we promote is dancing, acting, singing and poetry.
Okay, today we're having the auditions for a group that will be sending to Grahamstown. In July, we are participating in the Grahamstown National Arts Festival.
Talent alone cannot get you anywhere. You need hard work and determination to make it far in life. These are the auditions for the National Arts Festival that will be held in Grahamstown. Singing, dancing, and drama are the elements of these auditions. Sipho Ramaru, TUT News, Social Media.
And this is it from us and the team.
Till next time, goodbye.